Hey guys, what is up? Ashley here. Cheese! It's day number 257 of Giggling. Welcome back to another edition of Confessions of a Giggler. It's a lot. It's a lot to pre-record an entire week's worth of stuff. But we're getting there. We are getting there. So, yes, so for today I have to check my calendar because I wrote everything down on my calendar of what I wanted to talk about each day so I would know and say the correct number, and that's what I keep looking at, so just looking at the calendar. So for today, we are going to talk about Big Time Rush album rankings. My own personal Big Time Rush album rankings. So I did this, last time I did daily vlogging, and they only had 3 albums. And now they have 4 albums. So it's only appropriate to rank them again. So last time I just said like what I personally think of as my favorite albums, and and I take into account things like, the tours that go along with them and all that sort of fun stuff. But for this time, I did it the same way that I did my Backstreet Boys album rankings. So I went through, I put all the songs down in an Excel spreadsheet because I am nerdy like that. So I put all the songs on an Excel spreadsheet, and then I ranked them 1 to 5. 5 being, oh my gosh, this is my all-time favorite song. And then 1 being skip. I do not enjoy. And then, various, like, 3 is like a solid, good Big Time Rush song. 4 is, yeah, I really love this one. This one's really, really good. 2 is like, it's okay. Not my favorite, but I'm not going to skip it. So that's where that's what the numbers are. And I probably should have said that in order and not skipped around, but you know how I roll. So that's how I rank the songs for my own personal thing. And then I, add up all the total, divide it by how many songs there were, and get an average for every album. And then, put them in order. So coming in at number 4, as no surprise to anyone who has listened to anything that I've ever said about Big Time Rush on this channel ever, is the first album, BTR. I mean, it's a fine album. It's fine. It has some good songs on it, like Till I Forget About You and Halfway There. Those are my 2 favorites. And I also hold on. Let me get my spreadsheet up so I don't mess up and say the wrong stuff. Yeah, so like Halfway There, Till I Forget About You, like City Is Ours. I do really like City Is Ours. And then like Nothing Even Matters is a good one. Yeah. So all the rest of them are okay. This album is just okay for me. I mean, I don't want to say it's like my least favorite boy band album ever, but it might be. It's just a lot of songs that like, oh yeah, is on here, and Any Kind of Guy, and like it has a lot of ones. Like Boyfriend, I don't like Boyfriend, even though it's their only like single, their only like whatever radio song. So like it has 3 ones, and that's not great, and a bunch of 2s. Like I don't like. Like Famous, This Is Our Someday is okay. Like I know that people who like the show first and the band second really love these songs because they associate them with the TV show, and I completely understand that. I just like the band first and the show second, so that's my opinion. And like it's fine, but like Big Time Rush has so much better music than those songs. So that's why I'm like, towards them. You know, it's like in comparison to everything else, these are not great. In comparison to like other songs, sure, they're good, but I don't know. It's my least favorite album. I didn't need a ranking system to tell me this, but it's the lowest by a lot. By a whole over a whole point. So BTR, the album, comes in at an average of 2.6. So not great. Yeah. So next, coming in at number 3, which I was a little surprised by this. So according to my rankings, it says that 24/7 is number 3 on my list. 24/7 overall, like when I did this the last time, I put 24/7 at number 1 out of 3. It was 1 out of 3. So, and I said Elevate was number 2. Those have switched spots now. Spoiler alert. But I guess it's probably because like 24/7, I have a lot of really good memories surrounding 24/7, and that's probably why I, like, in my heart feel it to be a better album than Elevate, even though like on a song level I've rated it lower, but it's very close. So as far as my averages go, 24/7 came in at a 3.66 repeating, and Elevate came in at a 3.8. So it's like 0.02 away. Not even. So like that's a very small it's a very small difference. So they're basically equal. But 24/7, I really do love 24/7. It's such a good album. It's so fun, and maybe that's why, like, I think that a lot of people rank this as their lowest, because there really wasn't a lot of, like, show details with this album, and, like, it was kind of, like, it was in the 4th season of the show, and it was kind of, like, falling off, and it wasn't as good anymore. So, like, season 1 and 2 of the show went on forever, and those are the seasons that were associated with the first album. So they played those songs a lot. 24/7, they didn't really play them on the show that much at all. So unless you, like, went to the summer break tour, you would have no, like, emotional attachment to 24/7. But I personally really, really love this album. There's just so many good songs. Like 24/7 is great. Song for You is one of my top favorite songs. You have Crazy for You, Picture This, Confetti Falling, Amazing, We Are, Love Me Again. Love Me Again is on this. Like, come on, guys. That's such a good song. Just Getting Started is one of my tops ever. So is We Are. So is, you know, 24/7. All these are, like, in my top 10. I don't know, how can I have a top 10 of 15 songs? But, like, I don't know. And, like, Summer Break Tour was just so much fun. It's the tour that I was Worldwide Girl. It's a tour that I met, like, so many of my friends. That's when we met Kat. That's when we met Bethany. That's when we met, we just met so many people that tour. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, like, I really started, like, hanging out with Delise more and, like, being better friends with her then. So it was just a lot of fun. I went to 12 shows, and I know by today's standards with these kids that go to, like, 30 shows, 12 is not a lot. But back then, 12 was a lot. I, like, went to more shows than most people except for the tour girls. And I went to more than some of the tour girls. So, yeah. And it was just like a really, really fun summer. And that's why I just love 24/7 so much. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just a lot of really great fun songs. And it makes me happy when I think about the album and listen to it. So, yeah. That's why I rank it, like averages aside, that's why I think that 24/7 is a better album than Elevate. And it's just because of my own personal memories surrounding it. So let's talk about the next one on the list, Elevate, which is also really, really great. So, really great album. Obviously, I ranked it as far as just straight out songs go. I ranked it a little bit higher than 24/7, but I mean, I do have a lot of great memories surrounding Elevate too, because it was my first Big Time Rush concert was around Elevate. It was the Music Sounds Better with You tour, Music Sounds Better tour, whatever the heck they called it, in the winter, and it was the first headlining show that I went to in Las Vegas, and it was so great. And that's when I met them for the first time. That's when I heard No Idea live for the first time, and that's when I fell in love, and that was it. So yeah. But Elevate does have a lot of really great songs. I mean, Music Sounds Better is on there. No Idea, obviously. I mean, if you watched the bracket, No Idea won for me. So it's my favorite Big Time Rush song. And like I said, it's the song that made me fall in love with them. Seeing them sing that live was really what solidified my fandomness, or whatever you want to call it. It's what made me a Rusher, let's say. You know, like Love Me, Love Me is great. CoverGirl is great. I used to, like, you know, sometimes I do, like, alright, I don't have any tattoos and I probably won't get any, but every once in a while I think about, like, different lyrics or whatever that I would get, and the line from CoverGirl, it's what's underneath your skin, the beauty that shines within, is definitely one of the lyrics that I would consider, because it's so beautiful. It's such a great message, and I really love it. So yeah, so CoverGirl, great. Like, I like Superstar a lot, Time of Our Life, You're Not Alone, and then, like, the newly, so if I did this ranking before this tour that just happened this summer, I probably would have given Invisible a 3. But after this tour, seeing them do it live with James playing the little piano or keyboard or whatever you want to call it, it really, like, made that song a 5 for me, and I didn't realize how much I loved it until, like, I was watching it in Dallas that first time. So maybe that one little piece is what made this album jump ahead of 24/7 in the averages, because a 3 and a 5 are very different numbers. So it probably would have come out to be a different answer. But yeah, and then you have, like, Epic, which was like on the UK version or whatever, which, fantastic song. I love Blow Your Speakers Out. I love Paralyzed. I love Windows Down. These are all, like, bonus type tracks. I mean, Elevate, I lost my mind when they did Elevate on this tour. Like, I thought it was so fun. So yeah, this is a really good, solid album. And for a second album, it is fantastic. It's great. It's really good. So that only leaves one album left, and that's the brand new one. I didn't mean to, like, I didn't mean that pun, but whatever. It's a brand new album, and it's called Another Life, and Brand New is one of my songs, one of my favorite songs on this album. Another Life is the winner for me, like, hands down. As soon as I listen to this album, it's the best one. It's the best one. And that's without live, like, influence, because, like, so a lot of times for me, live versions of songs are better to me than album versions of songs, and I was really hoping to hear these songs that are on this album live at the Forever Tour. It's called Forever. It was called the Forever Tour, right? Yes. No. The Forever Tour was last year, dummy. I'm calling myself a dummy, not you. It's the Can't Get Enough Tour, duh. The Can't Get Enough Tour. I was really hoping for these songs from Another Life to be on it, and they really did not come through for me, and that was very sad. Because, man, I mean, if I think that a lot of these songs are 5s without hearing them play them live, like, I don't even want to know what I would think with hearing them live. Because, I mean, honestly, it did bring Forget You Now way up. So, but yeah, this album is so good. If you don't have it yet, you should get it. You should download it and listen to it, and it's good. And it's only a half hour long. It's only 10 tracks. There's no bonus tracks, which is sad. There should be bonus tracks. All those like standalone singles that they put out last year should be bonus tracks of this album. Because now they're just like lost forever. I mean, they're not lost forever, but you know what I mean. So you got my favorites would be Weekends and Brand New, Another Life, Superstitious. I love all of them. Forget You Now is really, really great. You got Party All the Time, which I do love. I do love that song. So it's just such a good album. There are not, like, I didn't even put anything lower than a 3 on this album. And it ended up being an average of like 3.9 or something. I don't know. Where's my average paper? Yeah, 3.9. So that's really good considering there's only 10 songs, and yeah. I don't know. Oh, I did give Waves a 2. But like I probably if I was doing like halves, I would probably give it a 2.5. Like not quite a 3, but probably a 2. But like and honestly, I only gave it a 2 because I felt like I had to give it a 2. Like I felt like I had to give something a lower than a 3, right? But it doesn't matter. It's still my best album. It's so good. It's so good. I just love it so much. Yeah, I listen to it a lot in my summer. my YouTube Music, that's where I listen to my music. My YouTube Music did a like summer recap, and the only songs that were on there were this album, Another Life, and then like all O-Town music. Those are literally the only things on there. I was like, yep, sounds about right. So yeah, so I don't know. Let me know what you think. How do you rank the albums? This is how I rank them. My best album, my favorite album is Another Life. Then Elevate and 24/7 are basically tied. I mean, that's a very close number. And then you have BTR like way down below. So it's like the highest, and then these two that are like right there, and then like Elevate is like, I mean not Elevate. BTR is like way down at the bottom, which is fine. I mean, I'm sure that I'm in the minority here, but that's okay. I love to hear what everyone else thinks, and it's so fun to know that, like, I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun to hear everyone else's opinion and why they love certain songs and whatever, and this is why I love these songs, but I'm just one person. So yeah, so those are my Big Time Rush album rankings. Yeah, like I said, let me know what you like, and if you don't know who Big Time Rush is, give them a try. They're fun. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.